anyone here name one MEP that I'm standing against in the Northwest? Who are they? Can anyone name who you had 8 MEPs representing you for the last 4 years? Can any of you name them? Anyone know anything they said or done?
Traitors!
The whole thing is a joke. The whole system is a joke. This is about pretending to the British population that we actually have a democracy and we have any rights within Europe. We have no rights. We are governed by people in Brussels that none of us elected, that none of us can get rid of, that none of us have any choice about. Since the Marrakesh Agreement, as of next year, they changed the rules. You used to be able to veto things. We used to be able to disagree and opt out. They changed the rules to only 65%. 65% of the people within the party, within Europe, have to agree. So they can basically do what they want. The forced migration of so-called refugees across Europe. The change of our identity and culture. The attack on who we are. We need to remember who we are. We are the sons and daughters of people the best people, the best nation on earth. I met some man today in Stockport Town Centre, and he spoke to me, and I said, what have I got to feel guilty about? He said, colonialism, slavery. I don't have to feel guilty about anything. I was born in 1982. Yeah? I was born in 1982. I'm proud. No one talks about the great things our nation done. The built the way, even on a fight. No one talks about any of it. But I sense this country is ready. It's primed, and I want to be the man to lead it for a political revolution. People, we have watched. I don't know, and on Nigel Farage's Brexit party. Nigel Farage was great on Europe. He's brilliant on Europe, okay? On all the issues in Europe. But he has already shown that he won't be a voice for people from our background. He's already sneered. He showed his classism. He is a Tory. He's a Tory. He's a city stockbroker, multi-millionaire toff. That's who he is, and he fooled us, or he fooled people, by holding a pint of beer in every single photo to pretend he was one of us. Do you think Nigel Farage has ever been to an estate like this?
No.
Ever in his life? Now, for all the great thing he's done, and he deserves respect for working his whole life to fight the European Union, but it's more of the same. Yeah, we'll get out of Europe, and what will the Brexit party be? There'll be another politically correct party who will refuse to talk about the issues that affect us. So what I'm asking again, one more time, help me send them a message on the 23rd of May. Send them a message.
Oh, Tommy! Tommy Robinson! Oh, Tommy Robinson!
I always say to journalists, when journalists used to come to Luton Town Centre, I mean, that's where I'm from, and they'd interview me. And I'd say, get out of the town centre, okay? You want to hear how people feel, get out of the town centre and go to the estates. That's why we've chose to come here. That's why for the remainder of our campaign, for the next 14 nights, we'll be going to the estates. The forgotten estates, where people have been forgotten, where they don't have representation. I saw, again, every city I'm going to, the local MP. I went to a Jewish area the other day. I went to Prestwich, yeah? And the local MP has said how my division is not welcome. My division's not welcome in Prestwich. And he said this in an article in The Guardian. The Guardian's the most anti-Semitic newspaper in the country. And he's a Jewish MP. And it just showed that even in that community, that their MP is so out of touch with the people. Because everywhere I walked, I got an amazing reception of every Jewish person I met. Yeah? I even think we've got the Jewish vote, especially with you here, Avi. But I want to say, this is, and you know what? It's like signing a petition. When people ask you to sign a petition, what difference does one person make? This is exactly the same. Until we involve ourselves 82, I looked at some of these wards. 82% of people in some of these wards don't vote. 82%. 22 million people did not vote at the last general election. More people didn't vote than voted for Brexit. What we need to do is get those people who didn't vote, those people who still feel so disillusioned with politics, and tell them that we want to create something. We want to create a voice based on honesty, based on truth, not politically correct, and based on the interests of British people first. And we're going to win anyway, but we need all of your help. We need every single one of you. Yeah. Avi's travelled over. He's travelled from Australia. He's like a smaller Arab version of me.
Back to back. We need some witnesses. Come on, man. No, guys, listen. The truth is, I've travelled now 25 hours for the 10th time, I reckon. But travelled 25 hours to get here. Going to travel 25 hours to go back. And the reason why I find it so important to be here, to be on the campaign trail with Tommy, is because the mainstream media, that Tommy has everything stacked against him in this campaign. In this race, he has absolutely everyone from the mainstream media to the political elite, everybody trying to stop him from getting to that office. The thing they don't have is you. They don't have the people. They've shut him down on social media. Hell, today, I put up a photo on Instagram. I blurred his bloody face out. It made it look a little bit better, but I blurred his face out, I blurred his name out. And they still banned it. They still pulled it down. They're that scared of what Tommy means to all of you, to Brits, that they are trying to silence him by any way possible. That is why it is so important that not only you guys that are here today, we know you're voting 100%, but each and every one of you has a friend, has a cousin, has a brother, has a sister, someone who feels like their voice doesn't mean that much, somebody that you can convince, encourage, get them to vote, get them to go and make their voice count. Because Tommy can't go on Facebook now and tell the world. Tommy needs each and every one of you to be that voice. So please, guys, go home today, go on your social media, cop a little bit of a ban. It's good fun. You're in good company. Go in there, be heard. Don't let them create the narrative. Don't let them silence Tommy, because them silencing Tommy is silencing you. Go home, encourage people to vote Tommy on the 23rd. Yes? On the 23rd. But from today on, you are the campaign. You need to each and every day be campaigning to ensure that every single person you know is voting Tommy. Thanks, guys.
We want our country back. We want our country back.
Well, I'll be hanging around now anyway, so we'll hang around for a bit. And just a thank you for coming out. A thank you for coming. Do you know what? And it's like everyone, is that you say, are you voting? We need to realise, unless we vote, the reason we've been betrayed, the reason they've even betrayed Brexit, is because they think no one's going to do anything. They don't care. They look around, they don't care. They test the reaction time and time again. And until we galvanise, until we politicise our families, we have to be talking about how important democracy is. And I'm one of the people that never voted. The only way we will win, is if we start taking their seats. So please, 23rd of May, everyone here, thank you, vote Tommy.